Do you see the two problems with this photo? It's the same mistakes that I see a lot of photographers make. And the first problem is that our teeny tiny hummingbird gets lost in all the distractions behind it. So even though the background is blurred, it's not blurred out enough. And there's too much detail competing for your attention. And it's hard for our eyes to stay on the hummingbird when there's so much happening behind it. Plus, all the leaves on the right side here, they're also pulling your attention away from the subject. So our hero, the star of the photo, is really, it's kind of like it's buried in visual clutter. Am I right? So now you might be thinking I should have used a wider aperture to blur the background even more, but my lens had a maximum aperture of 5.6, which I used. So there's really nothing else I could have done to fix the problem at that moment. So there are actually four factors that affect how blurry your background looks, and aperture is just one of them. The other three are your focal length, the distance between your lens and the subject, and the distance between your subject and the background. So in this case, the background was simply too close, and it was only about 5 to 10 feet behind the hummingbird. And that's why it stayed visible, even with a large aperture and a long focal length of 500 millimeters. Now, one option to improve this image would be to crop it tighter so the bird fills more of the frame and removes some of the clutter on the right side. And that helps, but it's still not enough separation between the bird and the background. Now, in this photo, I filled the frame even more, and I placed the bird on the right side as it gazed to the left, and then I positioned the eye right on the intersection of the rule of thirds. Now, this time the background was hundreds and hundreds of feet away, maybe more, I don't know, but I used the same focal length and the same aperture, but now the background, because it's farther, melts into a smooth, creamy blur, and the star of the show pops off the background without any distractions. If you want to master compositions, then comment the word composition, and I'll send you a DM with the link to learn more about creating better images you'll be proud of.